Freaking intro us there, Mr. Guy.
What's going on, Stick Crew? Welcome back to the Stick Crew podcast.
My name is Finn Van Eekirk, joined with my co-host, Mr. Spenny Castle, Connor Farley beside him, and Mr. Dayton Grant over in the corner. And joining us for his Stick Crew debut, our producer in the corner, Mr. Skeen Kittle, everybody.
Yay!
If you want to give me Victory Royale, you gotta shut the fuck up.
All
right.
We'll keep that in mind.
He's playing Fortnite.
Go check out Indeed. We might be hiring a new producer.
Thanks for joining us, you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at The Stick Crew and on X at The Stick Crew for we got some daily bets going up, lots of content over there. Jumping into hockey this week, you guys. Headlines: Artemi Panarin is on the trade block and he's being held out for 2 straight games. Where is he going to go? The Olympics start next week, so we're going to have a short fantasy week this week. Demko is out for the season. That's a pretty big one for the Canucks, who are still in last
He's
place.
always out for the season, though.
Yeah.
He's I think that's the new goalie that was just traded for on the LTIR Hawks.
Yeah.
Mark Stone's favorite
They sent Mark
teammate.
Stone that way, and,
Yeah.
Yeah. At least Mark Stone has a goaltender now. You know what I mean?
it's gonna be a scary duo.
That's no slander on the Vegas goaltenders.
Some
It
slander.
kind of sounded.
We love our Vegas goaltenders, don't we?
Well,
I'm quite a fan of Aiden Hill, to be honest. So
Aiden Hill's
Aiden
all
Hill.
right for sure.
he's
He's Calgarian.
I can think of one of them that's slightly problematic, probably, but
Whoa.
I don't know.
I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Yeah. No comment.
Leanna missed her mark by like just a month.
yeah.
Oh my god.
No, with the she post. Okay, no.
You want to give some context?
your friend.
No, dude, that's not what I meant.
Flip it.
She posted something of him being injured, being like, "Yeah, now go and die" or something like that on her private story,
She did.
and it was like a 4-day-old post, and he was playing in a game when she posted that. So we were all like, "Hey."
I forget what her exact words were, but I believe it was something along the lines of "I hope he kills himself anyway."
Yeah, it was something like that.
It was not terribly nice.
No, not necessarily.
Not terrible.
It was, "Oh God, I hope he dies."
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so she missed it by about a month, and now he's out. So
Shout out, Leanna.
Yeah. Shout out Leanna. Shout out Carter Hart.
In the stew.
All right, so getting over to our Stick Crew standouts, you guys. These are just guys that have performed well over the last week or two that we want to highlight in terms of fantasy. Maybe we'll give you our opinions, fantasy related on them, and what you can do with them if you own them or if you want to go get them. Dayton, why don't you start us off?
Well, he's old. He's Russian. It's Evgeny Malkin. That is my Stick Crew
Wow,
stand-up. That
curveball.
dude, yeah, whoa. That dude came out of injury and or LTI or whatever he was on, and he's been doing nothing but good things for fantasy. He's getting points, and the vibes on the Pittsburgh Penguins right now are like amazing. The boys are gelling. The young kids are actually producing and being a part of that push for playoffs that it seems like they want to have. I don't know if they want to be anything but buyers going into the trade deadline. So with that being said, the vibes of the team, Malkin's been a big reason why this team is being pushed and being able to get over that hump that they could not get past last year at all. So yeah, definitely a stick crew standout for me is Evgeny Malkin.
Right on. What would you? So you'd like to go buy him in fantasy?
I think he's a buy for sure. Like if you were lucky enough, because in our league we have 14 people, and he went undrafted. Like I picked him up on waivers after the draft.
which is crazy.
Yeah, so like it's obviously well, you guys don't know shit about hockey. Well, I fucking picked him up, so shut up.
I feel like that happens every single year.
There's always
He
a
always
guy.
starts on the waivers and then
Everybody's
picks it up.
wondering about him, but yeah, he's somebody that's been helping me out. I'm top 2 in the league right now, and he's a big reason for that. So
Subtle flex.
if you
Yeah.
if you guys have the chance to do it, I definitely think you should go get him.
Right on. Connor.
Oh, man, yeah. I'm rocking with Roman Yossi this week. He's playing his best hockey of the season right now.
Yes, sir.
13 points over his last 10 games. He's only got 31 on the year through like 40 games, so that's a pretty good stretch for him.
And he was injured.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, he's balling right now.
Also helping out Dayton's team.
Also helping out Dayton. Yeah. We're just gonna run down Dayton's whole
fantasy
whole
squad on
roster,
our way.
yeah.
Who's
on
next?
our way out here. But yeah, man, he's doing his thing and he's just delivering.
So that's somebody who is probably one of the top 5 D-men off the board
For sure.
this season.
Always, yeah.
And it's always a bit of a question how well that Predators team is going to perform. We know he's been consistent throughout the years.
Yeah.
But the age, could start to be a concern legitimately like soon here. I mean, he's getting up there a little bit, but do you guys like if you're owning him right now in fantasy, like would you like to play around with selling him, like maybe in a dynasty, like looking at selling Roman Yossi?
Dynasty for sure. I don't know why
Dynasty,
he
yeah,
wasn't
you're on the
thinking about
timeline
that
for
I
for
think-
the right package.
I think you wait like a month and just see if he can turn it up even just a little bit more, get his current perceived value a little higher, and then that's
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, if he keeps kind of going at this pace.
Unless you're a
don't see him
contender and you
slowing
can, unless you're a contender and you can buy him cheap in a dynasty.
because like sneakily, not even sneakily, just like under the radar, just because they aren't being looked at. Nashville's been putting together way better hockey over the past stretch, and he's a big part of that.
Mhm.
So other than the team starting to fall apart, I don't see Yossi slowing down really too much because, like I said, most of the time if they're in games, it's because he's decided to take over. So
Here's my thing with buying him in redraft formats. I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea on paper. I think the problem you're going to run into is all of the production over the last couple of years is going to drive his price up higher than it probably needs to be honest. You're probably not going to have a great opportunity to buy him like low. You can still try. There's some leagues I'm sure it gets done, but I think that name holds something that makes him a difficult piece to acquire.
yeah.
Yeah, personally in redraft, I'm trying to buy low on him right now just because he had such a slow start. So, but
No, just be.
What are you offering?
but
let's do it on the pod right now. What are we looking at?
Live auction.
Yeah.
Whoa, too soon.
All right, Spen, let's hear it.
Too soon. It's crazy.
Yeah. My stick crew standout of the week it's a pretty easy one. No surprise. David Pastrnak has been cooking. 13 points in his last 7 games. I mean, he typically starts off a little slower and then turns it on. There's not really too much to be said about it. He's where you drafted him currently. He's playing how you drafted him. So
Yeah.
You're happy if you're a past owner, as I am.
As you are.
Yep.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
Yep.
That was kind of a tough decision for you, like come draft time.
Yeah.
I know you were hesitating with that pick a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I found like over the last couple of years, he's always gotten there by the end of the season, but there's definitely been stretches where he's a little bit slower. And I don't think that's a reflection of him. I just think that the pieces around him have started to dwindle away slowly and more consistently. But yeah, I was confident in knowing that eventually he was going to get back to. He's just that good. When you're an elite player like that, you find a way to get it done.
Yeah, it'll all balance out
Yeah.
eventually.
It's really good to see, especially with Bergeron and Marchand being gone, because those were like 2 really big pieces of his production over the last few years. So it's great to see that he's still putting up numbers.
Yeah, and in the first round, you're not going to ever win your league in the first round, but you can sure as shit lose your league in the first round. If your first round guy doesn't hit, if you take a risk on someone that has high upside but doesn't necessarily have a floor, that can be scary. And that's kind of why I made that decision. I was like, this guy's total floor play. I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Cash it, done.
Totally. That's kind of segues over to my sticker standout for this week, Morgan Geekie from the Boston Bruins as well, who is on that top line right now with Pastrnak and on the top power play. Definitely helps. He has hit 30 goals this season already, and we're coming up on the Olympic break here, so you love to see it. This was a guy who, was going in round 12 and later in a lot of drafts, So the value there has been great. He has the upside to possibly finish as a top 30 player, maybe
Yeah.
in fantasy. Could happen. I think he's ranked 44 or something around that range right now. But yeah, who knows? He's got 7 points in his last 5 games and doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Now here's a guy. Here's a guy
Oh boy.
that I am personally buying. And it's kind of hard to buy guys that are already sitting in the rank in 50 to 40 area without paying up, especially someone who hasn't been known to sit in that area in the past. The reason why I'm buying, and I'm not saying go ahead and down tier from one of your elite players to grab Geeky and something else. If you can make an almost somewhat lateral move for him, try eligible player makes a big, big difference. So he's got the center, left wing, and the right wing eligibility. He's on a line with Pasternak. I don't really see it slowing down. Maybe a little bit. Like he could fall into the maybe 60-70 range, but even that with oh yeah. Jeez. Even
Connor did it first. Okay?
You're too old. Fucking
How old am I?
Fucking 29.
even
Minus
that
3.
though.
6'7".
Yeah. Even that though, you don't find a whole lot of players that end up in that 60-70 range that are try eligible.
Yeah.
So that super useful asset if you can acquire, try to make some sort of lateral move. And you know what? He has been like perennially underrated for his entire career. And for some
His
sometimes
entire career.
well, in fantasy.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay. I was
Definitely.
Like, okay, yeah.
In
Yes,
fantasy.
He was a waiver wire guy.
No, fair.
Yeah.
I'm
talking
purely.
I feel like this is the first time ever he's ever put himself up.
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm
Sorry.
talking
Oh, this
purely,
is certainly the
purely,
first time he's like-
purely
Okay, I was
fantasy.
like, what are we talking?
Sorry, that's the hard part about this podcast.
No,
We
you're
talk
good.
real hockey and fantasy and switch back and forth.
So I was like, what?
No, in fantasy. In fantasy. And you know what? Name has a lot to do with stuff. Kind of to my point to the Roman Yossi thing. You can probably get him cheaper than any name brand player in the 40 rank. Like just one for one. You know what I
100%.
mean?
Oh,
so,
for sure, yeah.
So I'd look to take advantage of that, especially in your more casual leagues where guys are like, well, I don't fucking Morgan Geeky, I don't know who that is. Or someone who's just stumbled upon him kind of thing, right? So
Totally.
Huzzah.
Going over to our injury updates here, you guys. Thatcher Demko set to miss the rest of the year.
Again.
Thatcher Demko sent down to the LTIR Hawks for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a squad, man.
That guy just cannot stay on the ice.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised whatsoever. Personally, it's pretty brutal.
That's really hard for Vancouver too, especially considering the contract that he was just given.
How are they going to get rid of him?
It's
It's name alone for any team to take him, but at that same rate, he cannot stay on the ice. Like, even his best season, I think he probably had a little injury in it.
And name
know
alone
what I mean?
doesn't
Like-
give you nearly as far in the actual NHL.
Yeah, it's good. Well, and they're sellers right now completely. Like their teams are gonna get blown the fuck up. So
Yeah.
I don't know how you even stomach a guy like that, but you kind of have to. Like unless you get
It's
a
a tough
blessing from
sell.
another team.
and especially as a goaltender in the NHL where you can lose your job at any second.
I will say right now, with the market being as thin as it is for goaltenders, like that might be the only thing that'll help you. But
Could be.
like even then, he's not gonna help a team this season, so you're not seeing anything in the
Exactly.
And the
Yeah.
thing is
deadline.
too, you
And the
you
hope is next
Sorry,
year.
yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, I was just hope is next year he comes back.
you end up seeing some of these guys that come back from injury stints, move teams, have kind of lost their pizzazz per se. You see them kind of go to timeshares sometimes.
Yeah.
The problem is who's going to take on an $8 million timeshare?
For a timeshare,
No
yeah.
one.
Is that what his
Well, not no
contract
one,
is?
but
Is it 8?
I-
I thought it was 8.
I feel like it's
Or
8,
something
but-
like that.
It's
If only
Extremely-
Google.
if only we had
Hey,
the
Siri.
internet.
Only had. Hey, what's your computer at
How
right
much
now, fella?
does Thatcher Demko make per year?
She's not gonna know.
Ah, you dumb broad.
8.5.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Wow.
bitch.
So so that's an eight. That's an 8.5 goaltender.
8,500 a year.
Steal.
$8,500.
You'll make it. It's all
talking
Gemco.
about
Gemco.
this.
Yeah, sure.
No,
Don't care about this.
I wanted to kind of post just a funny question for you guys. I know there's been a huge gap with when Jacob Markstrom was on the Calgary Flames, okay? But we know that they obviously got rid of him in favor of Thatcher Demko, right? Would you rather, like, just seeing how both these goalies, Jacob Markstrom and Thatcher Demko's careers have
If I could go
gone?
back in time, yeah, I would have
Would
traded
you-
Demko and I would have kept Markstrom.
You would rather have Markstrom
100%,
from that point all the way
Now-
till
Yeah, but Markstrom had like some of the best seasons of his career after he left. Now, granted, he did shit the bed in the playoffs and he's had ups and downs, but the guy's on the ice. Mother suck. I gotta take this.
okay.
And that's been Dayton.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, when he gets back, someone's fired.
Okay. Right on. Yeah. All right, Dayton, our producer in the back wanted to inform you that you're fired.
Oh, I'd like to see him try and remove me from this room. Oh, they need a fucking dump truck. Shut up, TikTok.
All right, you're both going to HR. Our HR guy, Rishi Nakum, will be having a word with you tomorrow
my
morning.
God.
Sounds like an HR guy.
You would go. You guys just need to drink more. That's all you have to do. You just have to drink
Who's
more.
going to get Big R a drink?
Better than that. Why'd you stop yourself?
Getting back into it though, Dayton kind of let us know, but how do you guys feel? Like, would you rather have Markstrom with his career up till this point or Demko up till this point?
I think you have
if you're the Canucks.
I think Markstrom.
I think you
he
have
hit
to
the
go
nail on the
Markstrom.
head, Yeah.
I don't know, like that's just so tough. I think it has to be Markstrom though.
Well, yeah, I think with how that team was building, I think if you had more of a solidified backstop and goaltending,
More
it
consistency,
would have been
yeah.
better for them in the long run. Like they might have been a better looking team. Especially like obviously it's all hindsight, you never really know, but Demko is a large reason why that team could never get off the ground. They were always stuck.
Yeah.
So that is a very interesting question to think about. But yeah, I think in hindsight, yeah, they made the wrong choice.
All right, Logan Thompson shot in the head.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Murdered.
Yeah.
No, he took a puck off the noggin. Doesn't sound to be serious. Hopefully he's all right for the Olympics. That's kind of the biggest impact there. Dylan Holloway to the IR with a left ankle injury. I mean, that doesn't really do a whole lot for the Blues. They're still bottom of the pack, so doesn't really change how they're going to be handling the trade deadline here. Probably a lot of selling going on. Adam Fox is back at practice. So is William Nylander. So those are two guys that you're going to want to get back in your lineup soon. Possibly as, buy lows maybe.
Yeah.
Throw some offers out there in fantasy. Those are two guys that can make impacts. We know that the Rangers are going to be selling as well. So it's, I mean, they're going to keep Fox, but definitely raises some questions there.
I would just say if you are buying, just keep those pieces in mind. Don't assume to get prime either of those players' production.
Well,
Because things could absolutely, for Adam Fox in particular, when you lose Panarin, you lose a big piece of that team. But that being said, they still have other pieces. So
Also, fuck Adam Fox.
with how you guys are describing that scenario, I would almost sell high on Adam Fox in the sense that, like, if you can get more value off of his name in a trade, because he can still get points, sure, but like he's going to get a lot of minuses from letting pucks into the net because his team's not going to be as good. Like I'm just saying, if you're looking at them with that glass half full kind of mentality that you guys are kind of describing it, I think that you could probably get a good piece back for some of these dumber people in your league.
Yeah, it depends who you're dealing with. Yeah.
Fox.
do you have, I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. Do you have a D-man in mind, or any of you, that if you were to sell Adam Fox, you'd be happy with getting in return? And I know lateral moves aren't as likely to happen, but
package, if you get like Samuelson from Buffalo, he has just been turning up with the Sabres. First line, for our first D pairing. He's on one of the power plays. He's been doing work for the Buffalo Sabres. If you could get him with another defenseman, I think I do that, especially if I'm one of those teams that this happens to a lot of us. When you grab that perennial defenseman and then you forget that you need 3 other D-men and then you start grabbing dudes, I think that's a perfect opportunity to make a trade where you get 2 pieces back. And Samuelson's not looked at as a big grab, but he's been climbing since Buffalo figured out this weird shit that they've been jiving with. I think that if you get Samuelson and then mix in like I don't know, it's another name somebody's building, like even Brent Burns. Like, and not that somebody's gonna trade Brent Burns with that. But I'm just saying, like, there's guys out there that I think would be worth a package for your one Adam Fox.
I think in my mind I need a little bit more than that, but I get your point.
Yeah, I'm saying not just one for one. I'm saying Samson with something
Yeah.
for Fox, I think is worth it on your end because you spread the wealth on your D line, and maybe even some people even get a forward for Fox in certain leagues. Like, I don't know, especially in a deeper league too. If you're throwing Fox into a trade, there's gonna be some people like, yeah, I'd fucking give you that guy for him. So.
Could you
name value is a hell of a thing.
Could you get? This might be a little steep. Could you get Joel Eriksson Ek and Samuelson for Fox?
Not for me.
That might be a bit steep.
That's probably a little bit much.
Yeah,
I just think Eriksson Ek's upside is pretty vast right now with how open Minnesota is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like he might have a couple stinkers, but just the other day he had 16 points, and today he's probably gonna have 0. But like the upside of him being on power play 1 is a little bit larger than Adam Fox on a slowly declining team.
Yeah,
and you're getting 2 guys who are going up. You know what I mean? It's a little bit of a harder sell. Could I see it happening? Yeah, 100 off the name value. Sure, I could see it, but both the guys that you'd be getting back in that trade are on the up. So I feel like it'd be kind of hard to sell that for the person getting Adam Fox.
So I'll throw a few names out there for you guys, kind of like a would you rather for Adam Fox. Just some D-men that are, around middle of the pack. And
fantasy related.
Yeah, fantasy related. So would you guys rather have Adam Fox or Mason Schaefer rest of the season?
Matthew Schaefer?
Matthew Schaefer. Sorry.
Okay, I was like, is there a
Matthew
different
Schaefer?
What is this, Mason?
I'm taking
Are you about to say McTavish after or something like that?
Mason
Where'd you get the
McSchaefer.
Mason from?
Mason McSchaefer.
I'm taking Schaefer as
I'm
well.
taking Schaefer.
I'm
I
taking
think,
Schaefer.
too. Yeah.
Okay. Another guy, Adam Fox or Rasmus Anderson rest of the season?
Ooh.
Adam Fox.
I think,
I will stand by that.
Just because it's I don't know. I feel like there's too many cooks for him to cook in that kitchen. So
Yeah.
I feel like I'd have to go Adam Fox.
Yeah.
Like Rasmus will still do well for that team, and I think it'll help them in the long run for like playoffs. But fantasy wise,
The fantasy production, I think you're right. Yeah.
he had when he was with the Flames for points and such.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Another one for you, Adam Fox or Morgan Riley rest of the season?
Adam Fox.
Adam Fox. Morgan Riley's a dumpster fire.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Dayton has had a
Glowing
14-year hate
Never
on
once
Morgan
like
Riley.
that, dude. He's always been fake.
And
Fake news.
you traded him to me last year, and he produced for like just a couple months. That's all I needed. And then he went back to his normal self this year. But it was any chance I could to go, look.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, that guy is a Fugazi. Forget about it.
All right, you guys. Another one here, Adam Fox or Shane Gostisbehere in fantasy?
Adam
rest of the
Fox.
season?
Adam Fox.
Adam Fox or Eric Carlson?
Ooh, a little spicy because
that
Eric
one, I
Carlson
think-
started very slow this year, comparative to like.
I think I'm still leaning Fox.
I feel like I got a lean Fox, but I could see an argument for like Carlson just because like how the vibes are with Pittsburgh.
I think that's
Just
the closest of the bunch.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
an interesting one.
I think that one's close enough in kind of the alternate pieces
It's almost like
of
that lateral move you were talking about.
It's kind of a pick your poison type deal.
I'm taking the better player, and I'm going Adam Fox.
yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
At
Yeah,
this
higher
point,
upside,
at
I
this
agree.
point in their career, because I already know on the TikTok, you guys are going to be like, Eric Carlson was like at this many points, this many years.
Currently standing as a man on the ice.
Bro's
Adam
wearing a
Fox is
Kings
better.
jersey and saying this about Aaron.
Yeah, I
Carlson?
know. It's
Well, that is kind of gay.
no. I didn't
fuck
bash
the
on your
Kings.
Dallas jersey, bro.
I don't even like them. I like their jersey.
Yeah, okay.
All right, a few more injuries here. Anton Lundell and Elias Lindholm dealing with upper body injuries. Another guy that can't stay healthy, Elias Lindholm.
Yeah, no
Unfortunately for the
shit.
Bruins, there, that's a relatively big piece on their power play, and he's been on their top line here and there, so kind of sucks. But we'll go over here to probably one of the main stories of this week is Artemi Panarin being held out a few games, possibly for a trade. Could happen within the next few days here. It could happen after this episode even airs. Who
Could
knows?
have happened right now.
Could
have. Oh my God! Breaking news.
So looking at the possible landing spots here for Artemi Panarin, we're looking at the San Jose Sharks, the Detroit Red Wings, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Anaheim Ducks. So my question to you guys is, which team do you see most likely landing him, or do you think it's some other completely different team out of these guys?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the LA Kings.
Yeah, okay.
It's not.
I think the Sharks are the most fun option.
That would be pretty fun to see.
I don't think he wants to risk that though.
I don't think he does either, but I think that's the most fun option.
I think it's 100% the Detroit Red Wings.
I agree.
I think they skipped out on Anderson because they really liked Anderson, but they didn't want to pay what Calgary wanted. I think they're going to go hard on this guy.
I agree.
Because if you can't shore up the back end, you might as well make the front look nice. So
yeah,
business in the front, party in the back.
What they say about a woman getting a bloob job? Bloob job.
Lube job.
Lube job.
That's the version I like most.
I don't think I'm gonna call it anything else from now on.
Hey, listen, get a bloob job.
Hey, you think that girl has a bloob job?
Now, another team that I'm looking at, like, who could be a possible fit, the Boston Bruins. They're in a wild card spot.
Yeah,
they don't have a lot of depth at forward, especially with the injuries that are happening.
That team has a lot of like vibes behind it. Storied team, lots of fans. I think he understands that, and he would appreciate that kind of hockey. But I don't think they are close to doing anything. Like to me, I get that they played some good hockey, but like they don't have the team around them to win anything in the next year or two. So Panarin going there, he's going to be in the same boat he is, almost, maybe not as bad, but with the Rangers, where right now they're not even treading. The Rangers are drowning, but the past couple of years they've been treading and then maybe getting a little bit deeper in the playoffs. But
yeah,
same with Boston. Boston had some playoff success, but never really got anything going.
Boston's only 4 points back from the Red Wings right now in playoffs. In standings.
I'm looking at there's a lot of teams that are 4 points back from each other this year. It's a tight ass year. Yeah, I think there's a lot of bad teams overachieving. Like last year, Calgary sucked and we were 1 point out of a playoff spot. Yeah. So like there's a lot of teams that aren't that great that are overachieving.
Which bad teams are overachieving?
Just Montreal Canadiens. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, Montreal is not a bad team. I think they are an overhyped team. There's a difference.
Oh man.
You just like to add fuel to the fire, don't you?
Sorry, I'm using my honest opinion. Now I'm so upset somebody online is going to hurt my feelings.
Next time you talk about them, you have to speak in French. All right. So.
Je m'appelle Détain, comment t'appelles-tu?
That means you guys fucking blow goats. Fuck you, French.
Ça va? Yeah. Ça va bien, ça va mal, ça va comme ci, comme ça.
Okay, pasa.
Okay. We're done. Vincent Trocheck and Alexei Lafreniere are two other names that could possibly be moved as well.
Yep.
You guys think that's a guarantee?
I think that they're selling house.
I don't think they sell Lafreniere.
I think Trocheck's gone for show. For show.
Yeah, I can see Trocheck being moved. Nazem Kadri. Also, he let it be known that he's open to being traded.
I would be too.
That's another, top center technically who's on the market. So are there any fits that you guys can see Nazem Kadri going, and would you look to buy him in fantasy or sell him?
I mean, probably buy him.
Well, he's so low right
he's
now.
He's only going to a better situation, probably.
Yeah. I think if I was a betting man, I think he's going home to Colorado.
I think it's gonna happen too. It's
And
just
the
like
reason I
crazy.
think
Just nuts.
they're missing some bite, and I think they're feeling it now because teams are pissed off that they've been playing so good, and every barn they go into, they are just getting fucking beat up.
It's like a prove it game, yeah.
Yeah, like they want to come in there, they want to hit you, they want to make you fucking fight for every inch of that ice. And you know what? Some games, Colorado does fight for that inch, and they fucking stomp you out. But I think that the problem that they're facing right now is they don't have the bite back.
Yeah.
Brock Nelson's not getting into the scrum and pulling a big boy off of his teammate. He might try, but he'll break a fucking hip doing it. And you need a guy who's going to go in there and actually get the job done. And
Yeah,
I
he's
think
just like
that's-
a kind of a chippy fucker. Like,
yeah, and I think he
be.
can do that, but he also has the skill to put the puck in the net, especially in playoffs. I think they're really looking at they lost to Montreal today, and like the day we're filming this, and Montreal is a very small team, and they got walked down 7-3 the final. Like that is embarrassing, in my opinion.
You know, when the clip goes up of what you were talking about earlier, you know that immediately they're going to be.
I must be wrong about the first round exit.
We beat the best team in the league 7-3.
You're dumb.
they're probably already
Never talk about shut up and dribble.
I bet this guy likes Kaepernick.
I'll take a knee for that nigga any day of the week.
I also just quickly wanted to
Sound
bring
again.
up.
Sound again. I meant standing in
Yeah.
solidarity with this.
This guy wants to suck Colin Kaepernick's dick. That's a.
I couldn't see it from here.
Oh.
I also just wanted to quickly shout out Mr. Connor Ingram, who let in 3 goals against the Sharks in the first period.
Yeah,
Because I know how high Mr. Spencer Castle was on him. Oh, Connor
I
Ingram.
don't know if I would say hi.
Connor. Oh, did you see my pickup the other day?
I don't know if I would say hi. I'm a firm believer of taking shots on any goaltender that could possibly hold the net for a duration of time. That was my only stand on that. Yeah. That's all I got.
Can't wait to see Panarin score 5 goals against Connor Ingram next game they play.
Well, he's not on my team anymore, so go ahead and pick him up.
There you go.
It
yeah.
did not last long.
No.
Blake Coleman, another Flame, who's on the trade block. Still haven't heard a whole lot regarding him. He's on IR still, but skating.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. So, like, our team there's so much effort and there's so much leadership in that room that they're so scared to break it up. They think they're going to lose the culture. And that's why they're tiptoeing around these decisions, I feel like, because there's no other reason, because it's very plain as day to see. We don't have the shit to bang right now. We don't
These
have the
guys
shit to play.
stink.
Yeah, we aren't playing up to the standard we need to as a team, and the only way you can do that with the pieces you have is maximize what you're getting back. And right now is a chance to do it. Coleman's coming off of injury, but they know what they're getting with that guy. They're getting leadership and they're getting a solid base, especially in playoffs. That guy's won 2 cups. He brings that presence to a room.
Yep.
And I think that a lot of teams, especially these younger teams that are getting like a giant push, would love a guy like him in that room. It's somebody like the Montreal Canadiens. Like you keep hearing it left and right that they want Blake Coleman. I think that would be perfect. I think that'd be a really, really good
I think that'd
fit
be a
for
great
him. I
addition.
think he'd like it. He'd enjoy his time out there. It's a great city to play hockey in. So I think that that's something that would be nice for him, especially for us to do, is send him somewhere where he's playing meaningful games, because he's brought nothing but like a good style of hockey and a good base for that locker room to achieve. And I think he could do a lot of great things for Montreal and other young teams in that regard. So I think us keeping these guys who have that extra skill locked in this kind of shitty situation, I'd call it right now, is not fair to them, and it's not fair to your fans because they're begging for you to do something.
Yeah, just fucking sell house, man.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll feel bad. There's that Taco Time on McKnight there that's got a signed Blake Coleman photo in the back for whatever reason. So I'll feel bad for them. But
drunk. He's like, oh, fuck it, I'll sign it.
I did try and press him on it one day. I was drunk in the Taco Time, and I said, well, why is he there?
Press
The Taco Time
Oh, I
employee.
thought you pressed Blake Coleman.
No, not Blake Coleman.
He was there.
Oh, some poor woman working at Taco Time at like midnight.
Little did we know it was actually Connor's signature. Can I sign that?
I brought the photo from home.
Not a clue why it's there.
This is gonna live right here now.
Just before we move on, one more team that I can see him going to. And I know everyone online is going to be like, "Oh, how creative! He goes back to his former team." But I could see him going to the Lightning.
Oh yeah, that'd be
sure.
be nice.
Yeah.
They don't even need the leadership. They just need a guy like
They
that.
just
Yeah.
need a
And their
Coleman.
bottom
Yeah.
six would be really nice for them.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, fuck, you never know, right?
Blake Coleman. There you go. Another guy, Ryan O'Reilly. He's been performing really well as of late. Quite a lot of goals recently. He's been surging at the best time for the Predators, who are probably going to be selling as well. Just a veteran guy that can go to a competing team and add some depth. Could be a sneaky. I mean, he's pretty highly rostered now, but
Yeah.
could be a sneaky pickup if you throw some name out there. Try to get him.
Fair.
I don't know. Andre Palat dealt to the Islanders for Maxi T. I'm not even gonna say
Maxi T.
our boy
Yeah.
Maxi
That's
T.
his new name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
'cause
help
his
you if you
current
can
name's
pronounce
a
it.
Fucking nightmare.
If you can pronounce his name, you either work in the organization,
Yeah.
gigantic hocky fanatic,
Or you're his
or you
cousin.
don't live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big problem in the NHL, man. We need to
this country.
we need to get rid of these names that we can't say. Just put a fucking fat T on the back of the jersey and call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, I like it for the Islanders. Their GM said that they were going to be aggressive at the deadline, and I mean, Palat, he's nothing crazy, but he's a good depth guy. He can put up points.
Team is a depth guy.
Yeah, it is a lot of depth
Yeah.
guys.
Okay,
Would that be interesting if Panarin went from the Rangers to the Islanders?
I think that would
how
Barzal
funny that would be.
come-
Like, oh my,
Barzal would cream. He'd be like, finally.
yeah,
It'd be an easy move, man.
that would be crazy. Clip it right now if that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, clip Barzal creaming if it happens.
That'd be fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, that'll be
Pause.
exclusive Stick Crew footage.
Finally, something for the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of the
Another
OnlyFans, Skiing, how's it going over there? Here's the burden. Get that checked out.
Another thing that happened here this week, Brian Rust is handed a 3-game ban. Spen, you said you saw what happened, and
Yeah, I saw it. It wasn't great. I don't know if, even Dayton and I were talking before, and he had mentioned a couple other instances that didn't necessarily garner 3 games. Was it suspension worthy? Probably. It was pretty cheap.
Yeah,
It was cheap.
Homeboy definitely took a shot there, and he knew he was going to get into some trouble. I just think,
But
the way they suspend is all over the place.
even last year with Nurse and Byfield, when Nurse was bashing Byfield's head into the ice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to Google this. I'm pretty sure there was 2 game. That was way worse than what Russ did, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, no, I brought up when Shen late in the game, Chicago has already won the game. This is a nothing face-off. Bedard wins it, and he just fucking murders the kid with a cross check after the whistle and injures him, and potentially is part of the reason why he didn't get a chance at Team Canada. All of that happens, and homeboy just got a wink from the NHL, like, "Hey, bro, maybe don't do that."
It was 1 game. He got 1 game for that, and I don't know if you can throw. Can you throw the clip up there? You can throw both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
was
like those are
he had the
similar.
back of his head cross checking him into the ice, and
I
I
thought you
was,
were talking about the Shen one. I'm like, Shen did
No,
not get
no,
him
no.
suspended. But yeah,
No.
no, that's fair. 100%. They're all over the place. So they deserve suspension. I mean, sure. Yeah, maybe 1 game, but 3 games is a little bit like, oh, Montreal player.
it's a
I better
little
give him the big
egregious.
one.
Yeah.
A little while.
all right, going over to our risers and fallers segment here, you guys.
Oh, my favorite.
We got a few new ones here. Risers for this week: the Utah Mammoth are 8-1-1 in their last 10. They have been popping off a little recently, and they're about to get Logan Cooley back as well, which is going to be huge for them. How do we feel about the Utah Mammoth as a team? They're currently sitting in a wild card spot, the top wild card spot right now, as of January 29th.
Yeah. That's such a hard question.
Do you
Like, how do you feel about water? It's wet. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like, could you see them reaching out and making some purchases at the deadline here, possibly contending? I mean, if they can hold their spot right now, I know.
don't think they're good enough to contend.
I don't think they like their goaltending right now looks like it's pretty good, but I don't think they have. I don't think they have the kind of goaltending that can backstop a playoff run. I think that they're playing with something like something great, and they have this group work ethic where they don't give a shit what you guys think. They're just playing the game for them and each other.
Very young team.
They're going out there and they're playing their game and they're making you play their game, and sometimes it goes well. And right now they're on a stretch where it doesn't matter who they're playing against, but they're making play their game and they're winning. I think that it's a cool look, especially for an expansion team to come in and do that. Unlike the Vegas route, where they just buy everything they see, and now they're championship caliber for 27 years. But
Yeah.
I think that it's very nice to see that they're growing already. I just would not be buying stock in the thought that they're going to contend. Could they be buyers? I think they're going to be buyers because of their GM and the way he's been running the team. I think they're going to buy. They're going to at least try and bring people in. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to get them into that contender spot as you would.
Yeah, I feel like they could totally be like a sneaky Seattle Kraken from a few years ago, where they come in the playoffs, they take out like a big team, and then get wiped in the next round. You know, like
Yeah.
that we could see kind of a situation like that. But yeah,
it's a growing team, lots of young
Yeah.
guys. Like they'll have a decent run at some point, but
Yeah.
I just don't know if it's right now.
if
Yeah.
they add the right pieces, I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
Artemi Panarin to the Utah, man. No.
Yeah, that would be
That's
that would
that
be
would be
nuts.
pretty wild.
That'd be
Yeah.
something.
Do you think if they got Artemi Panarin, they would like would you bump them up? Like,
Here's my thing: when I picture a team getting Artemi Panarin, and I picture that team getting like thrust forward quite a bit, the Utah Mammoth is not a team that I like picture in that
In the
area.
mix,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I think they're a couple more pieces away from him even making a giant difference.
Yeah.
yeah, I just it would be gross. You know, Clayton Keller,
Let me ask you.
Clayton Keller and Panarin playing with each
Okay,
other.
well, do
No,
you
like
think
that would be great, but I think they're
if
missing
Panarin
some.
joined the Buffalo Sabres, Finn, do you think the Buffalo Sabres are now a team that you could see making a push?
More than the Utah Mammoth for
Yeah.
sure.
I think so as
I
well.
agree.
Okay, well, I think they're similar in the sense that they're both young teams overachieving, but I guess I have better vibes with the Buffalo Sabres as well. But I think that Panarin going to that team.
Yeah, you better. The TikTok is gonna come after you.
Oh no! I can't win a fucking Super Bowl, and now I watch hockey. And like,
Yeah, fuck Buffalo.
Jesus, I'm just talking about hockey. I think that they're overachieving, and it's great to see. And I hope they make the playoffs because it's been fucking depressing watching them play
Yeah.
hockey. Coming from a Flames fan, I can say that too because I've been watching nothing but depressing hockey
Yeah.
for 3 years.
Good minute, yeah. And Josh Allen's a bitch too.
Yeah, well, that's a
I'll
little
Put
bit
that into
much.
the mix.
I disagree with what he just said there. I think Josh Allen's pretty.
See, I think the biggest thing is that you cheer for Denver and you totally could have picked Colorado, but you were like, no, I'm going to be a Flames fan.
Could have.
So I think that's
He
kind of
chose
on
the-
you.
He chose the.
I was
freaking right
actually
side.
unfortunately born here, which is it's probably the
That's
the
why
bigger
I
part
was
of the
also born
equation,
here,
yeah.
so that's a part of it. So,
but yes,
Bro's,
I would
Bro's
be
talking with the Calgary Flames hat.
I would be living
Uh-oh.
nice.
You'd be living a lot nicer.
Yeah.
Calgary Flames,
No, life would be pretty sweet right now. Denver is a good place to be.
Another team that has been playing well recently, Carolina Hurricanes, 7-1-2 in their last 10. They've been climbing back up the standings as they should.
Yeah, they are win now mode or don't win at all.
Yeah, they're a team that, you know, I think they definitely need to make a few additions. Their D is looking pretty good. I do like their D core. Pretty much everybody on each line of that D core for the Hurricanes has had good moments this year. But I feel like they're also just missing like a top power play guy. I mean, I know we talked about Dougie Hamilton possibly going there. That could be a good fit.
Yeah, I don't know if
Because-
that's out of the cards.
Yeah, it still definitely is possible. You know, they already sold Palat, so why not?
Yep.
But yeah. Next team up, the Sharks. 7-3 in their last 10. There's a few other teams that are also 7-3 that we could have highlighted, but the Sharks, they're playing good hockey. They might even move to 8-3 in their last 10 after their game against the Oilers tonight. So
they are a really fun team to watch. They are exactly what you hope your team can do.
They
when
are
you're
incredibly
rebuilding.
exciting.
Yeah.
Just take that leap quicker because you have the right style of coaching, you have the right guys in the room, and you picked some great players.
Yeah.
That's what you're hoping for to come out of a rebuild and do. Like maybe they'll crash and burn in the first round. Maybe they'll surprise the team and then get shit pumped in the second. Whatever. Maybe they won't even make playoffs in the end. Maybe they'll have a crash. But nonetheless, when you're watching your team grow this much from what they were looking like last year, it's always great to see. So it's they've been playing a fun style of hockey.
Yeah, Sharks fans can't be mad.
No.
No matter how the season ends, really.
Yeah.
So looking at their team right now, what would be the biggest additions that you think need to be made?
I think Panarin would be perfect.
Panarin would be so
He would
good.
fit like a glove with that fast-paced offense. And
The only thing about that is you're more than likely going to have to give up capital. And I don't know if that's something they want to do right now. They're on the right trajectory. Maybe it doesn't happen this year, but you keep your
yeah, I guess I see what you're
capital.
saying.
You
I
don't
really
blow
wanna
your load
lose-
in
I don't
one
wanna
trade,
lose,
yeah.
like, picks and so yeah, I guess Panarin.
Tyler
actually might-
Toffoli,
but-
you're a New York Ranger.
But in a vacuum, if this was the last year of NHL hockey ever,
Yeah,
Like,
I
he'd
see
be a
what you're
great
saying. They
addition.
would have to lose things that they probably don't want to.
Yeah.
Him and I.
It's
I
a
do
little
agree.
early in the process to be
they have
making
the
a
cap
buy
space,
like
but I
that.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of got a little bit excited. But you're right that as a team perspective, with what the Rangers are going to want for Panarin, I don't think they actually fit the bill that much.
Would you guys be willing to give up Alexander Wenberg and William Eklund?
Wenberg is a
Yeah, if the
fucking
Rangers
nothing
would
burger
take
for me.
that.
Yeah,
If they would
yeah.
take it, yeah.
I think I would definitely do that.
How about Will Smith?
No. See, and that's the kind of thing,
Yeah,
right? Like,
they would look at Will Smith, and I don't think I'd ever do.
I
that
think
to
Will
Sharks,
Smith
you know?
would be the ask. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. To
Even 1-for-1.
No.
I don't think. Yeah, but you're ripping out like the heart of your
Yeah.
team. Like him and Celebrini's like vibe.
Dynamic
They're
duo.
dynamic.
Yeah.
They're in the room. What they bring to the table. I think that you ruin the team if you do something like that.
I agree. Yeah.
What about William Eklund, a first-round pick, Tyler Toffoli?
The first round pick's scary, but I think that I'm willing to.
I think you can get away with that, yeah.
It's
but
just,
then, like, what does Toffoli really give New York? Who's tearing down?
I want this contract up.
What he gives every team.
Like, I don't know. I just
a couple
and
goals,
hug.
yeah.
A couple goals and a nice warm
Yeah.
hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
keeps you that much further away from the first overall pick. That's what he gives
that
you.
beautiful flow. That beautiful flow.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think. I just don't see a
You were
world
very
where it
much
happens.
correct. As soon as you said that, I'm like, I guess I'm dream booking basically. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, yeah, and it,
Panarin's there
because
but
it's
then,
exciting.
yeah.
Like, they're an exciting hockey team to watch, and then you're like, oh my god, what if they added this guy? It's just
It's very exciting under the premise that you could just add Panarin.
I think Panarin
as like a free agent hypothetically.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Without thinking of the consequence of adding Panarin. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if you're Dallas, because Dallas is in like win now right now because fuck me, we need to win mode, and they've been like that since COVID. So I imagine let's say they get a Nazem Kadri, 50% retained from Calgary. Do you fucking sell the ship to get Panarin in there too? Like I feel like that gets you over the hump offensively. If you get Kadri and him, like I don't know what's stopping you because they have the defense, and if Unger plays to the caliber he should, and even then, DeSmith has been overachieving as well. Not saying that he can fucking carry you to a cup. I'm just saying, I think if I'm Dallas, I'm looking at those two guys. I'm like, I want to bring them on my team together. I feel like that would be something that could get them definitely over the hump because they're going to lose prospects anyway. They already know that they're going to lose picks, but they're in that mode already. They know what they have. They have some young talent and they have some veterans who are on their way out. They want to bring in somebody who can kind of
And that's the kind of team that probably would blow their wad for someone
Yeah.
who's going to make that difference. Because quite honestly, like, if it earns you a cup,
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
A,
worth
right?
it, yeah.
Because
It's worth
I
it.
think Kadri's that centerpiece they're missing that they keep looking for. And then you get some more scoring from Panarin. Not that it's been insanely hard for them to score, but I think it opens up the ice for guys like Hintz who haven't been finding the back of the net as much to get more opportunities. I think not just Hintz, like because Panarin will probably be on second line. You're extending what teams have to do defensively against you. And I feel like that's been an issue for Dallas is that they line match that one line and you stop that one line, and then it's hard for them to keep up in games.
Man, dude, if either Minnesota, Colorado, or Dallas can somehow find a way to get Panarin, that it's game over, man. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, if Colorado adds
Well, yeah, if
game
Colorado has
over.
Panarin, he's gonna fit like a glove.
And that's such a tough spot to be in. Like, we
Let's
just
call
mentioned
it a
those
day.
three teams. They're all sitting right next to each other in the division.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it is brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's Colorado, then just call it a day.
100%.
All right.
Give them the cup now.
Going over to our fallers, we got the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-5 in their last 10. I think we had them as a riser in the last
They're
week,
playing
but
some weird hockey.
yeah, it's
Good
pretty
God.
yucky. It's pretty yucky, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what direction they go in a few weeks here.
Do you guys think that Matthews is a good captain?
I don't think
Good captain? I don't think I do.
Like
I
that's
don't
what
think
I'm
I'd-
saying.
I
'cause,
think
like,
Matthews is a very, very
they
good player.
played better hockey when Tavares was the captain. Now,
Yeah.
granted, they also had Marner.
He just seems like too quiet of a leader.
You see that? You see that post of friggin' Berube with that big ass scar on his forehead, and you're like, "Where are we on the panic meter?"
Like I feel like he obviously has the whole world on his shoulders. It must feel like for him on that ice.
It's a nightmare place to play.
Now they do it to themselves. Like they don't let the real fans into the building, so the games feel almost like there's no atmosphere because it's just a bunch of corporate dudes in suits.
Producer Skeen, everybody.
Producer Skeen. Yeah.
Everybody gets
Like,
engaged.
So you have that. You have fans that aren't fully invested when your team's up and when your team's down to try and get you feeling good about the game. You have constant media pressure. You have a rotation in coaching that just seems to never end, and a GM that's pussyfooting around making decisions.
Yeah.
I for one truly believe that it's a lot for anyone to do. But on top of that, I don't think he's vocal enough, and I don't think he does enough for the guys verbally in the room to get them going. He might a lot of guys might be like, oh, we learn by example from him. He's great on the ice. Like, yeah,
Which he is,
that's
but
a fact. He is one of the best players we have in the league. But when it comes to being a leader on that team, I don't know where it is because he doesn't talk much to media. Granted, why would you? You probably fucking hate media. But
Oh, it's
then
a
on top
nightmare
of that,
there.
when you're looking at the bench, you see him sulking more than anything. And that was something I always mentioned about McDavid, that he didn't have the shit to lead a team to a cup. And the only time I've ever seen that is when he finally made it to a fucking Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
It's the only time I saw James Hart on his sleeve. And I thought they might have actually got it done. They didn't. It was crazy, 7-game series. But Matthews will, I don't think he'll ever get there in Toronto with the vibes that have been constructed and the amount of pressure that he's under. I don't think he can be a good captain because he literally is forced to be under scrutiny mentally and everywhere he goes in his life.
No, it's a nightmare place to be that good of a player and have to deal with all the shit that comes with it.
Yeah, and also their team is not built well. Like when you look up and down the line, especially after Marner's gone,
Nylander's missed time.
yeah, that doesn't even
help.
look like a cup winning team. Even throw Matthews' leadership out to the wayside. Like they don't have that shit. Their decor is not amazing. They're middling at best. Oliver Ekman-Larsson's having to play out of his mind just to make the power play do anything because fucking Morgan Riley's dumbass is on the ice skating with 2 left fucking boots and can't get anything done. He hasn't hit a fucking goalie with a shot in 10 years, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. They're definitely and they can't do anything but contend either.
Yeah,
is the tricky part for the Maple Leafs. Like they can't.
They're very
fucking
top.
blow things up and call it a day, or
they're very top heavy.
torn apart.
They're
I don't disagree. They should,
not-
but it's like it's an unwinnable situation for them.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, next up here, Washington Capitals, 3-6 in their last 10. Kind of been falling off a little bit here.
Yeah.
They had Tom Wilson out for a bit. That didn't help. But yeah, I don't know. This is a team that clearly needs the Olympic break to kind of reset,
I agree.
get their footing back.
Yeah.
They need Logan Thompson healthy, obviously. But
yeah, I think they just need to kind of regroup.
They've been playing,
They're
yes,
gonna
super
get an
inconsistent
opportunity to
hockey
do
over the
that.
stretch.
would you be worried about them?
Not terribly.
No.
No, they've proved you wrong. Not you in particular, but every
Yeah,
Every time that Finn
Every
shits on the
time,
Caps.
man.
every time you
Ugh.
shit on the Capitals in the last little bit, they have proved you wrong.
Yeah, they just even out eventually and
I think,
So-
figure it out.
I think they'll make.
They've
playoffs
got the
and do
pieces
stuff.
to do just that, so it's
I think they should definitely buy though.
they're
If they have
low
a
on the
chance.
Berube meter, I would say.
Yeah, they're tied with the Flyers, the Leafs, the Senators, and the Jackets for points right now.
It's mental.
We'll
Fight this year.
will
It was
probably
tough.
change after tonight, but yeah, no, it's very tight in the East. And then the Rangers, who are below them in the Metro, there
Yeah, well,
2-8 in their last 10.
like we said, they're blowing up shit for a
They're
reason.
yeah,
Just like
We know
when
what's
you,
happening.
when you look at the Flyers and the Jackets in particular, and like you said, they're tied. So not that this really means anything, but I don't see either of those teams even giving the Capitals a run for their money. I think they're
no
in
in a 7-game series, no way.
Sleeping on the Flyers, man.
yeah. I don't know. I just see the Capitals as a superior team
Yep.
than those two.
Totally.
Superior.
I just
Master
think they're better put together at the moment.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
disagree.
think they're structurally a sound hockey team. They're solid goaltending, which is going to be the Flyers' demise 100% until Vladar is back. And even at that, it's like,
Yeah, he's
Still.
been doing good, but like yeah, the other
Logan Thompson's elite. You have Alexander Ovechkin. Tom Wilson is playing up to that. And then you have all of these little peripheral pieces like Connor McMichael and Dylan Strome and all of those guys that are elevating their game as well. Maybe not Connor McMichael this year, but we've seen him do it. In
I
the
think he
past.
can. I
think he
see
can.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about the Capitals figuring stuff out and
Yeah.
making a bigger push after the break.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. They just need to regroup. They're gonna get a chance to do just that.
All right, you guys, we're going to get into our buy low, sell high segment for this week. Just guys that you can get out and trade for. I know the trade deadline for fantasy hockey is approaching. It's in
Coming quick,
February.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
damn.
mid February here, so we're coming up on it. So get those deals out during this break, during this Olympic break, and try to build your team as best as you can for the playoffs here. So
Absolutely.
let's start off with Spenrad here. What you got?
Yeah, man, I haven't talked about my Kings a whole ton this episode, and
Thank
you
God.
guys, if you guys actually watched full episodes, which I know that you don't, I talk about my Kings quite a lot. So,
why they
my yeah, that's why they don't. My buy low is going to be Brant Clark. Recently promoted to power play 1, playing on the second line. We've seen a steady increase in ice time, and his deployment. You know what, his peripherals alone have just aside from what he was drafted as, which was going to be a point producing defenseman.
Mhm.
His peripherals in the last little bit have been fantastic, which have given him that floor. Now, when the team gets rolling a little bit more, which I think they're going to, I think his point production shoots right up with that, and I think you could have yourself quite a dangerous defenseman on your hands. He is not highly rostered. I believe he's around 50%. I'll check that in a second here, but yeah, sitting at around rank 109, easily acquirable guy.
Can't say I disagree.
Yeah, Connor, you got a buy low?
I do, man. My buy low is Brandon Montour of the Seattle Kraken. He's just kind of recently back from that hand injury. The point production is probably not quite where you'd want it to be right now, but he's getting a lot of shots on net at the moment. Now that hand is good and ready to go.
Hmm.
Yeah, very heavily rostered.
Yeah, I feel like as long as you get the right price, I feel like you won't want to like sell or sorry, sell. I feel like you want to buy heavy as if like he's the Brandon Montour of old. I feel
Yeah,
like you want to definitely look at it as to the team he's on and what his role is on that team. I think he can definitely get you some good looks, but yeah, just make sure you temper your expectations.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Dayton, buy low here.
I think mine's a little bit of a wait for him to get traded, but I think if you can, I think I buy low on Trocheck, Vincent Trocheck, and the reason I do that is because right now wherever he is, if he's on a team, if he's not dropped, you're gonna get him for a bag of peanuts. But I think he is one of those guys that when he's playing meaningful games, he's a big aspect as to why that team is winning, and sometimes it's mainly assists, but he scores game winning goals like a motherfucker. So
Mhm.
I think that if you can get him for the right price and you want to just stash him on your team and see where he ends up, I think it's definitely worth it. If he goes to a team that's not going to be playing meaningful games, it's an easy drop. Like I think you could get him for almost nothing, if not just pick him up on the waiver wire. I think his is just something looking towards the future and whatever team he ends up on.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do much for you if he stays on the Rangers, but if he gets traded, he is definitely somebody I could see taking a bigger step compared to what he's been doing.
Right on. For my oh wait, we're doing buys, right?
Buys.
My buy low right now is going to be a guy who is taken as the top goalie in fantasy this season, Mr. Connor Hellebuck from the Winnipeg Jets, who is currently ranked 159, which is very very low for Mr. Hellebuck here.
Yeah.
And you know, he hasn't had a good stretch as of late. He's only got one win in his last 6 games, and he did miss a lot of time with injury, which definitely equates into his value currently. But this is a guy that I feel like a lot of people are going to be willing to move off of just because of how frustrating he has been. Even when he's been losing games, he's still been making a lot of saves. He's still a great goalie. It's just the team as a whole hasn't really been performing as they should. I could see a change, you know, in performance just as a team, like in general. Like I could see them coming back from the Olympic break with just different mentality. They have their shit together a little more. You're hoping, but yeah, it's been looking rough for the Jets, and I just think that this is a guy that you have to make some offers on, who's going to get that volume, and I could just only see him climbing from that spot.
Yeah, I agree that I could see him climbing. I just think that the asking price for whoever has him is going to be a little steeper than you want to pay.
It totally will.
And like I think it's not bad to throw offers out there. That's why we do fantasy. And I agree that if you can buy low, fucking buy low on them. I just think you gotta be careful with what you're sending their way because same thing. I don't think even if they do come back and get their shit together a little bit, I don't know how many wins that he's gonna get in the late stretch for especially on the way to playoffs, let alone playoffs. So just definitely if you can get it for something that's worth it on your end, do it, but don't overpay for the Hellebuck of old. That's all.
Yeah.
I'll throw a few names out there for you guys who could be some possible goaltenders that you could send out for Connor Hellebuck. A little would you rather here, just in terms of trading for Connor Hellebuck. Rest of season in fantasy, would you guys rather have Connor Hellebuck or Karel Velmelka, who currently is goalie number 4 on the season in terms of fantasy right now from the Utah Mammoth?
Yeah, I'd take Hellebuck there.
Yeah, me too.
I think I take however you say his last name.
Velmelka?
Vanelka. And the only reason I do is because I think the Mammoth are going to win more games than the Winnipeg Jets in this next stretch. And on top of that, he does see shots, and he is a pretty darn good goalie. So I feel like like if you're talking, I have Velkma or whatever the fuck I have V, and you're gonna send me fucking Hellebuck, I might take a look at that and probably make that trade. But if you're looking at the rest of the year, I'm kind of leaning towards Utah Mammoth
Another guy who's been very good over the past few years, UC Saros. He's currently ranked 90. Would you guys rather have UC Saros or Connor Hellebuck rest of the season?
Hellebuck.
I think it's Hellebuck as well.
Teams are in relatively similar
And I think
situations.
Winnipeg's a better team.
Yeah,
At the end of the day.
At the end of the
even
day.
though the
Yeah,
score sheet isn't
standings-wise,
showing it right
obviously,
now.
Yeah, I think that if you're a betting man, you're betting on Hellebuck in that scenario.
No, 100%. Well, yeah, because neither of which are a fucking guarantee at this point.
No,
which is why
not
this
even a wee bit.
You see Saros post that crazy season, then the year after. Wah, wah, wah.
I can't believe I dropped him that year.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. One more guy from your Calgary Flames, Mr. Dustin Wolf. Would you rather have Dustin Wolf or Connor Hellebuck rest of the season in fantasy?
You know what? Funny enough, the only reason I even think about Dustin Wolf is because he sees all kinds of shots, and we don't lose many games 6-2. We
Yeah, he
lose
keeps
games,
them in it pretty
yeah,
well.
we lose games 3-1, 2-1. Today we lost 4-1, but we had Devin Cooley in that. Granted, I say that in a rude way. He's not that bad of a goalie. But I think if you're looking at fantasy wise, I get the wins are going to be similar. And if you look who's going to probably eat more shots, I think you probably look at Dustin Wolf. It's hard. I could see either option. Me personally, I'd probably choose Dustin Wolf. Fantasy wise.
I'm going Hellebuck again. It's not enough to move me off.
It's probably Hellebuck.
I'd go Hellebuck, yeah.
Dustin Wolf's the fun answer.
Yeah.
I'm a fun guy.
All right, going over to the sell highs. I'm going to start us off here with Ryan O'Reilly from the Nashville Predators. He's been on a heater recently. He's ranked 56 in Yahoo fantasy scoring as of January 29th. He's 62% rostered. Still could be out on some waiver wires, but honestly, man, pick him up. Try to flip him if you can. Add him with somebody else to get a top forward. And who knows? He's got 14 points in his last 10 games. Could be sold at the deadline, so that could be intriguing as well if he does move before the fantasy trade deadline. But I just see him as a guy he's really old and he's just on a heater right now, and I don't see it lasting long.
All right, I got a would you rather. It should be a pretty easy answer, but you never know. Like,
Yeah.
ranks. This is something that I would look to explore in your leagues. Would you rather Joel Eriksson or Ryan O'Reilly?
I would have to say Joel Eriksson,
Yeah.
I would also say Joel.
just because he's on that top power play for Minnesota.
For me
100%.
personally, that's a smash, Joel Eriksson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, would you rather Gabriel Velarde or Ryan O'Reilly?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I almost lean O'Reilly. Funny enough, and the only reason I do
I think I
is
lean
because
Velarde.
the team he goes to is probably going to be in better standing than Winnipeg, and Velarde's been kind of struggling to get points. Now, recently he kind of turned up a little bit in the past month, but like I feel like wherever O'Reilly goes, and even let's say O'Reilly doesn't go anywhere, he's still producing pretty decently right now. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Velarde just because I think he has a better supporting cast and he's getting the best deployment that you can get on that team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's a really fun one. Would you rather Ryan O'Reilly or Leo Carlson?
What?
Leo Carlson.
Let me make sure I'm thinking about the right guy.
So he's been out for a while. But I know when he gets...
So this is under the assumption that he is back.
Yeah, I know when he gets back, he's going to be top line, top power play
And
for
Leo
that team.
Carlson.
Probably Leo Carlson.
So I would go Leo Carlson. I just hope he doesn't miss much more
Just
time.
hope
Now,
he
is
comes
that
back soon,
something you can get done?
Like
If he's-
trading O'Reilly for
I
Leo
would try-
Carlson?
Can you
I would
currently
try it right now
Yeah.
while he's injured.
do it now?
if you're in
right
a good
now.
spot and you don't need the production right now,
Now would be the only
I would
time you did it.
absolutely send Ryan O'Reilly
Yep.
for Leo Carlson all day.
If somebody's accepting that, they're fucking out to lunch.
Yeah, you might have to add somebody else on top of that, but
Yeah.
but give it a shot for
I have one more.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ryan O'Reilly or Trevor Zegras.
I'd probably go Ryan O'Reilly there.
I'd probably go Ryan O'Reilly.
I might go O'Reilly. Zegras he's on the top power play, but not an amazing power play, and
They were not
he's
super
getting
offensive team.
he's getting third line minutes too, so it's kind of
Agreed.
gross. It's kind of gross. I could see more upside with O'Reilly being moved,
Mhm.
but it's tough.
I'm in agreement.
Totally.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Cool.
All right, Spencer, sell high.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this one's pretty easy. This is situational again as well. Like this isn't like get out from under this guy before he explodes. But it's Rasmus Anderson. Like Dayton had mentioned before, too many cooks in that kitchen, and that is purely the reason why I'm selling. I see him falling down the ranks in fantasy, a fairly significant margin just due to not being the guy anymore.
Mhm.
And you know what? There's going to be a lot of people that look at the name and they're going to look at his rank and they're going to go, "Oh,
Yeah.
now he's on a better team."
Yeah, and
So-
think that it all equates to.
Yeah, a large aspect to him doing as good was that he was the guy. He had power play minutes. He was getting a chance to really shine.
Yep.
And now he's on a team with a bunch of really, really good players, not let alone really good defensemen. And you have Theodore on that team. You have like Hannafin is an offensive defenseman in his own right. He can shut it down when sometimes, but he's not super duper great on the back end. So I feel like, especially him playing on the line with Hannafin, he's going to have to step up defensively more than offensively for that Vegas team.
Yeah, and like I said before, this isn't a wheels are falling off panic sell. This is a capitalize on the market value of this player and maybe even mix this in with a buy low kind of situation. So
There you go.
Huzzah.
that's off.
Connor.
Yeah, I'm saying Mika Zibanejad. He's having a pretty good season, 51 points on the year, but the team stinks. He's about to lose a guy in Panarin, and it just kind of feels like the right time to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's sitting at what, like 50? At
I
least
think-
in our league,
I
rank
think, like,
50-ish.
dead 50, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're selling.
Yeah,
him, man.
50 on the
I
dot.
agree.
I think you're just kind of selling him at the peak of the season for him and
That might be where he lands, but
hoping someone bites.
yeah.
Yeah, he might not get worse, but I just don't think he
I
gets
think it's more
better.
likely that he gets worse than better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And I think
yeah.
that's your tipping point, and that's when you sell.
Yeah. I think for me, I gotta go Mr. Steven Stamkos. I think that this Nashville team, like I said, like we brought up earlier in the podcast, Roman Yossi and these other guys are starting to step up, and they're starting to look a little bit better as a team. They're starting to actually play hockey together, which is fun. But I feel like Stamkos right now, his value is as high as it's going to be, and I don't think he's just going to start to go nuclear. I think that he's somebody you could definitely sell high on right now. I think that you could get better pieces back comparative.
Yeah, that team's going to fall apart soon here with the trades that they're going to make, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
All right, that's going to do it for our buy low, sell high segment. Going over to our final and favorite segment of the week. Give me a little drum roll. Hot takes. Hot takes. Woo. This is our hot take segment where we eat a hot chip and give a hot take with some that has to do with something in the next week
Just
or
something.
just till the end of the year.
Just something.
Yeah, just something.
Yeah.
Who wants to get us started here, you guys? I can go.
Going
Yeah.
with Finn and going a nice little.
Yeah, we can move it around the circle.
Sure. So I am going to go with a guy who was my buy low, and that's going to be Mr. Connor Hellebuck. He's currently goalie 17 on the year right now in fantasy. I think he finishes the year as a top 3 goalie.
Ooh, that's a hot motherfucking take.
Maybe a lot of work to get back there.
If anyone can do it, it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the one.
All right. My hot take of the week is that Montreal's very own. I'm gonna win some hearts here. Montreal's very own Lane Hudson is going to lead the NHL in defensive points.
Ah, I thought you were going to say Ivan Demidov.
I was
Damn
not.
it.
Ivan Nemedov, not who I'm talking about though. Lane Hudson is going to lead the NHL in points by a defenseman this year.
Sure.
Wow.
There you
That
go.
is over. That is over the likes of Cale Makar and Zach Werenski, who are currently ahead of him right now.
Wild.
Neil McCarr is gonna get 1 point, but
Wild.
I like the take. It's definitely hot.
Sheesh. Connor.
All right, my hot take is really not all that hot because he sits there currently, but I think he holds it through the rest of the season. I think that Devin Cooley finishes the season as the league leader in save percentage.
Wow.
Woo.
I think you're out to lunch.
He did have a not great game today.
He was second star of the
That's why
game.
it felt hot.
He was second. He was second star of the game.
Yeah, no, he took a lot of fucking shit.
Dude, these things do get spicier when you leave them out.
Guy with the
Oh,
flames
it's like
hat
a
talking.
wine, man.
Yeah.
It's like ages
Crazy.
over.
I'll give this back to
This
him.
is a fucking 2025 can of Pringles, so it's marinated for a while.
Freaking
A whole year old.
What? Almost a year at least. I think for me, my hot take, I truly believe that the Hurricanes finally get over the hump and they make it to the Stanley Cup final. I think that they have an absolute war with the Lightning, and I think that they get it done against them in that Eastern Conference final. I think they finally make it back. Back since Mr. Cam Ward was in net. I think that's their first
Sure.
time back. I don't know if they're gonna win, but I think that they make it.
Did they beat the Oilers again? That'd be hilarious.
Oilers are.
Can we just not have the Oilers go to the fucking cup final
I would really
again?
appreciate it if they did.
Yeah, but I also just really love watching them lose in 7. It's just
Yeah.
it's stressful. It like puts me on the verge of a heart attack a little bit, but then and we live so like locally to Oilers fans
When they
that
started
I
to
can be a
march
shit
back that
disturber.
first year, oh my god,
You know
I
what?
wanted to die.
Flames
I'm
fans
gonna
love to
retract
hate on the
my
Oilers.
previous.
I
I'm
do.
gonna
Yeah,
retract
someone
my
commented
previous
that.
statement.
What?
I'm gonna retract my previous statement.
Oh,
I don't even care if the Oilers go to the Stanley Cup final. I just don't want the Kings to play them in the first round again. That's all I want.
No, I
That's all I
want
want.
that too.
We can lose to anybody else.
I
It
would love
doesn't
to see
matter.
it.
That
I
be
would love
really
a different
annoying to see
matchup.
that again, man. That
Well, I'm not
matchup-
saying I want it. I'm saying I want them to not play the Kings even
No,
more.
I know, but I'm saying that matchup is just so boring because you see a team that's right there close with them lose and probably put up another valiant effort compared to other teams. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter in the end. Like, especially last year, they played them the best other than the team that beat them for the cup.
Yeah,
So-
100%.
I do want to ask you a question.
Me?
Since Pyotr Kochetkov is out for the season,
Mm-hmm.
which goaltender do you think leads them to the Stanley Cup final?
I think-
Brandon Busey or Frederick Anderson?
See, so that's the thing is I think that Boosie's been playing some really, really good hockey, and I think that it's going to be similar to kind of what happened to them in that playoffs when they had that gangbusters fucking series against the Rangers, where Anderson's going to play great lights out, and then Boosie's going to have to step up. I think Anderson might get injured because he's a little bit older. Now this is just more speculative.
Yeah.
I think Anderson is a good enough goalie to get you to the Stanley Cup final. I think he is. If he's healthy, I think he can do that. But I think
Not with the Leafs.
yeah, but the Leafs are a fucking
That's the
dumpster fire
Leafs.
of a franchise right now. So.
There's another clip.
It's not like my team's fucking batting average is really good either. but I'm
Toronto
just
and
saying that-
Montreal. Whew.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Twitter fingers getting scared over here. But genuinely, I truly believe that they have enough to get through that Eastern Conference with how tight it is. What just happened?
Is there a Melania Trump movie coming out? What the fuck?
I really hope not.
My wife's movie's the best movie.
Oh,
I didn't
God.
touch her.
All right.
Do it.
What?
Thanks for watching the Stick Crew podcast.
Thank you so much for watching this.
The producer has a hot take.
Producer.
Oh,
Producer
Producer
Skeen with a
Skeen doesn't
hot
like.
take.
Okay, get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
From the depths.
Get in here.
From
Give me the
depths.
Pringles.
Get in here.
Take us
oh,
home.
Pringles. Okay.
He's got a
Take us
Pringle
home.
and all.
I think
You got to crouch down and look right
Oh
there.
shit!
Yeah, get a real close
you
up
go.
going.
Wow.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. All
This
right.
is going on your acting reel.
I have a pretty good hot take.
Oh,
I believe.
Give him a mic.
oh shit!
Here's my hot take.
Ooh.
I believe there is a player who could take it all the way this year, bring it home. Now, he's a defenseman. Okay. But here's the kicker. Hear me out. He's not in the NHL.
Ooh.
All right. But
Getting toasty.
he's a star defenseman, a veteran player, captain, number 91 of the McKnight Mustangs. Skeet Kittle.
Oh,
Yeah, buddy.
Damn.
that's one
Bringing it
hot
all
take.
the way, baby.
Honestly,
That's my hot
I
take of
thought
the
we
week.
were getting into a heated rivalry reference. And I
It was almost in heated rivalry, though.
It was almost an heated rivalry. Yeah.
That's true.
Were you?
Hey.
Which character?
The Russian.
The what?
Yeah.
That's this week's bonus content is Skeen's heated rivalry audition.
Hey.
Uncensored.
He just uncensored. He just sucks Finn's dick.
OnlyFans coming now.
We got the OnlyFans on the way, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the Stick Crew this week. Everybody, make sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube. Follow the Stick Crew on Instagram, Twitter, and on X. And on Twitter is X, but go to the TikTok as well.
Twitter X.
There we go. Yeah, baby.
Thanks,
Bye.
That's the new song.